हेलो दोस्तों, वेलकम टू लिखो स्टेनो अकेडमी। दोस्तों, डेली डिक्टेशंस के लिए और आपके डाउट्स के सॉल्यूशंस के लिए इस चैनल को अभी सब्सक्राइब करें और बेल आइकन प्रेस करें ताकि आपको चैनल से जुड़ी सभी अपडेट्स रेगुलरली सबसे पहले मिल सके। दोस्तों, प्रीवियस ईयर डिक्टेशन की सीरीज़ का आज ये आखिरी मैटर है। ग्रेड डी का ये मैटर है, 800 वर्ड्स की डिक्टेशन है। इसके बाद मैटर्स फिनिश हो गए हैं मेरे पास जितने भी थे। आई होप कि आपकी बहुत मदद हुई होगी इससे, और कई लोगों का मेरे पास मैसेजेस आए हैं आप में से कि उनको काफ़ी हेल्प इनसे मिली है। सो मेरी आपसे यही रिक्वेस्ट है कि आप इसी तरह से चैनल को आगे शेयर करते रहिए ताकि बाकी लोगों का भी हेल्प हो सके जो कि 2018 में अटैम्प्ट करेंगे या फिर अदर डिपार्टमेंट्स के लिए अटैम्प्ट करेंगे स्किल टेस्ट। आज आपको मैं ग्रेड डी का एक डिक्टेशन का मैटर दूंगा। 800 वर्ड्स की डिक्टेशन है। इस वीडियो में मैं आपको 100 वर्ड पर मिनट पर इसकी डिक्टेशन दूंगा और अगली वीडियो में मैं आपको डिक्टेशन प्रोवाइड करूंगा इसी मैटर की 80 वर्ड पर मिनट पर। सो आपको मैं डिक्टेशन प्रोवाइड कर रहा हूं, बी रेडी फॉर इट। Sir, I rise to support the private members bill on setting up of regional rural bank in the country. The regional rural banks, to a very large extent, have been a kind of lifeline of credit to the rural people. We have seen that the experience of the cooperative banks has not been very good. The cooperative banks have been plagued by their own problems of mismanagement and so on. On the other hand, the scheduled commercial banks have been found wanting as far as understanding the local realities is concerned. In both these cases, they have been far below what the regional rural banks have actually been able to give to this country. Another important thing about the regional rural banks has been that they have got the local staff. They now have almost 2 decades of experience of working in the rural economy. They are well aware of the needs of the people in the rural areas. The linkage of rural people to regional rural banks is very strong. Therefore, what we find is that there is a kind of cultural coordination and strength in these banks. Sir, the regional rural banks have been suffering because of non-prudent banking policies and practices that they have been following for a long time. However, there has been some change in their outlook in recent years. Now, the regional rural banks do not come under the category of loss-making enterprises. They have now become the profit-making institutions. There are regions in the country that are some of the most backward and the poorest regions of the country. There are also areas where concentration of business potential is not there so much as in other areas. The health and strength of these banks have also reflected the rural reality of the respective states and the regions. The regional rural banks are strong because of the local character. They reflect local realities. This character tends to get weakened if we amalgamate them with other commercial banks. There is no problem of having supervisory institutions that can help these banks to move to more profitable and efficient banks. If we pool the strengths of many of these banks, it will be a far more effective medium. If we look at the international practices that are being followed, especially in the United States, we find that one of the strengths of the banking infrastructure in the United States is the focus on tremendous regional aspects. Of course, they have a very highly and well regulated atmosphere in the sense that banks by and large conform to prudent practices. I personally feel that the system of regional rural banks would probably be the most effective system to cater to the financial needs of rural India. The financial needs of rural India are today diversifying. There is a much more diversified economy today in rural India where agriculture is no longer the mainstay. Even non-farm activities or non-agriculture activities are becoming equally crucial. Today, the types of financial services that are required in rural areas are going beyond mere credit and saving. Insurance is an extremely critical need of rural entrepreneurs, rural artisans, and so on. In the coming century, there is also much greater rural urban linkages that are coming up. There is tremendous rural strength in the kind of economic opportunities that are opening up. Sericulture, for example, is succeeding and succeeding only in areas that have got the condition for it. Similar is the case with power loom and similar is the case with host of other activities that are emerging in rural areas. Therefore, if the banks are more local friendly, they will be able to contribute to the economy in rural areas in a greater way. In terms of management structures, the regional rural banks are gradually moving towards becoming sustainable financial institutions. But there is very little role that each stakeholder is playing in running of these banks. In terms of the legal status, I think it is very important that these banks becoming banking companies under the Banking Regulations Act. In this regard, the Reserve Bank of India has to play the role of a regulator. I also feel that the role the RRBs can be critical as the agents of the insurance companies. This is something that has been tried in certain parts of India and it has been found fairly effective. These are some of the suggestions that I have given. I would assume that some of these would require regulatory changes and some of them would require some kind of a commitment from the government of India. With this, I support large parts of what has been said by the mover of the bill. This would go a long way. दोस्तों इसी के साथ डिक्टेशन फिनिश होती है. इसकी स्पीड अराउंड 100 थी. 99 से 100 के बीच में इसकी डिक्टेशन की स्पीड है. सो अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 100 ही है. सो उम्मीद करता हूँ आप लोगों ने अच्छे से इस मैटर को लिखा होगा और आपका अच्छा ही स्किल टेस्ट जाएगा. मेरी कोशिश यही है कि आपको अच्छे से अच्छा मैटर प्रोवाइड कर सकूँ जो कि प्रीवियस ईयर में आए हुए हैं. और अब ये प्रीवियस ईयर की सीरीज़ जो थी वो फिनिश होती है इसी के साथ. अब हम कैलाश चंद्रा की सीरीज़ स्टार्ट करेंगे. इसके बाद अगली वीडियो तो मैं आपको 80 वर्ड पर मिनट पर इसकी डिक्टेशन दूंगा, लेकिन उसके बाद हम कैलाश चंद्रा का वॉल्यूम नंबर 5 स्टार्ट करेंगे जहां से हमने छोड़ा था. सो आपसे मैं मुलाकात करता हूं अगली क्लास में अगली ट्रांसक्रिप्शन के साथ. तब तक के लिए बाय बाय, टेक केयर.